about yourself? My name is Nasat Khaf Rayay, student teacher of the master teacher. I'm here to give a reading. The name of the reading is called Pa Tafoi wu-nuwaupu, the redemption and destiny. Number 1, Nakuk pa nababyanan, kasum bi pa wakat'at. I swear by the times. Wu pa dalalat amtkum pa nagar salal, and the signs you all, the Negroid race. Shawil kawun faduya pa hadsus kawun, will be redeemed, the future is. Hasa naot wahu wu naot naat shayay. Now, no one and nothing. Kador wakef nasab sadak kawun sadak, can prevent destiny. Truth is truth. 2. In the past, it was asked, why are we called Negroes? Why are we so deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody else making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? 3. The answers are very clear in these days and time, with the signs of the times of the end of the wicked, evil children of the Adamites. 4. That is plain to see if you open your mind's eyes. The Aboriginals have returned to their own language, their own culture, their own religion, their own ancestors and deities, their own dress and foods. 5. The Indians have returned to their own languages, their own culture, their own religion, their own ancestors and deities, their own dress and food. 6. The Asians have returned to their own language, their own culture, their own religion, their own ancestors and deities, their own dress and foods. 7. The American Indians have returned to their own tribal language, their own cultural dances, their own religions, their own ancestors and deities, their own dress and foods. 8. The Arabs have returned to their own languages, Arabic, to their own culture, to their own religion, al-Islam, as Muslims, to their own ancestors and deities, Allah, their own dress and foods. 9. Yet, you, the African, the original people on this planet, refuse to return to what is your own. You still accept and believe in others' cultures, speak others' languages, worship others' gods, pray to others' dead ancestors, still dress in others' clothes, eat others' food, dance others' dances, listen to others' music, marry outside of your own race, mix your pure DNA, your genes, your blood type, your very mind brings yourself down from non-ether. 10. You're still under the hypnotic spell of sleep, a coma put on you by the cursed seed of Adamites. 11. You live by faith in what they teach you. 12. You live by belief in what they preach to you. 13. You live by believing in what they believe in. 14. The reason why is your prayer to others, ancestors as their deities, do not hear you, nor can help you. 15. Your physical body is attuned to your own DNA and that of your own relatives and ancestors, and only they can hear you and can help you. 16. Each degeneration of genes from the original African to the European, or from blacks to whites, the DNA weakens and the body vibrates differently. 17. The power in the chromosomes, your melanin, that is seen by your pigmentation, coloration, in the tissue. The darker the skin, the stronger the genes. The faster the pigment, the darker the skin color. 18. So, in actual facts, the color of your skin says you're stronger and that you vibrate at a faster rate, and vibration is sound waves too. 19. They also reflect in your hair texture, and only the original black race of Africa has kinky hair, nappy hair, or flat hair follicles. 20. This also is a sign of the strongest genes, for as you see, all newborn babies have thin fur-like animals. As they grow, and if black, their fur straightens to become nappy. Strengthens to become nappy or kinky hair, from fur, straight, thin. 21. And being all life and living is based on your chromosomes and your telomeres, it's clear that the black race is the oldest and strongest and lived the longest. 22. The same is an actual fact when it comes to eye color. 23. And the more diluted, the weaker the race become. The shorter the lifespan of that final species of the humanoids or hybrids, the white race. 24. This is not racism. This is genealogy. This fact. 25. The hybrid race they call themselves from their own holy Bible, Quran, Book of Mormons, is Adam. 26. They make the claim that this was the very first man created. 27. They give his name Adam, which give his skin hue by its meaning, Bible, Hebrew, meaning ruddy, flush or reddish. And in the Quran, it's also ruddy, flush or reddish. So, he was not black, brown, or yellow. That means he was not African, Aborigine, Indian, or Asian. He then was the first of his own kind, according to their own religious records. 28. And in their religious books, you would find timelines from their makers, God, to Adam, all the way to Joseph and Mary, mother of Jesus. Luke 3, 23 to 38. Name by name. And also in their religious books, you will find timelines which give birth and age at death of their man, Adam, and some of his offspring. And if all these listed were added up from Adam to Jesus to Muhammad, born in the year 570 AD, you would only get thousands of years, not millions of years. And as the bones found and uncovered in Africa and confirmed to be millions of years old. 29. And the extraterrestrials, the aliens who made the Adamite race, only programmed them to live a physical life of 120 years. If and when they could be transformed into an Elohim, like is the case of the man chosen to receive their religious laws. Moshe, Moses, Musa, Exodus 7:1. He was transformed into an Elohim of the gods, and at age 120, he was taken, Deuteronomy 34:7. And this rule on their age at death by their markers, Genesis 6:3. 30. Yet some of their makers gave them of the elixir of extended life, called the tree of life, Genesis 3:22. And for a while they lived much longer than the 120 years. 31. And they now live by 4 generations. They must mix to renew themselves, as their makers have deserted them. So within every 4 generation or 400 years, they must race mix, or they will bleed out as hemophiliacs, and with their Rh negative blood types and physical diseases. 32. Yet, there was placed in their genes a timeline of only 6,000 years, from their making 4000 BC up to 2000 AD. 33. Most of the original Nordic race has already faded out and followed by the Scottish race. They can be Nordic pale white skin and white fur and white eyes, who downgraded genetically to yellow fur, flush skin, blue eyes, Germanic. 34. Then the Scottish breed of them originally became ruddy, reddish, skin hue, red fur, green eyes. Many of them still exist today, yet they also are fading away. These were their original Celtics, 1, Celtics, 2, and Celtics, 3. 35. What you see today as people calling themselves white race or not, they are mixed seeds, more of us than they are willing to admit. The true whites tell them, if you have one single drop of others' bloods, you're not us. 36. From the 3 seeds of Celtics, Celtics, and Celtic. They became 6 kings, or kingdoms, and called themselves kings. Vikings, who came down out of the caves and hillsides of Europe as the Nordics, were not with them, so they invaded South Europe, raped, mixed, and you have what is called Caucasoids, Europeans, living under many names of lands, countries, yet they're all just mixed seeds. 37. And now, once again, after the year 2000 AD, which was 400 years after their last slave trades of West Africa in the 1600s. 38. Many more took place up to the 1800s, yet the plan to get pure West Africa blood DNA was started in the year 1600. 39. While the red race or Arabs had their own slave trades from East Africa before 1600, as far back as 1400s, and even before. 40. They are now once again in need of pure, rich black blood since the year 2000 AD was the end of their 6,000 years from their Adam. 41. So, you see them promoting integrational mating, race mixing with the blacks in the West to breed a new breed, mulatto, or nutrinoid race. 42. This is the last attempt to survive extinction of their race. This is the last attempt to survive total extinction of their race. 43. So you see them opening up Europe for mixed seeds to now migrate up from Mesopotamia lands to Upper Europe. This well planned out, yet the news will never tell the actual facts of what is really happening to the seed of Adam. 44. They all too well know the meaning of the first will be last. That is the first. That is the first race on earth. Blacks will be the last standing, and the last will be first. That is the last race made on earth. Whites will be the first to go. 45. Nothing they can do to change their fate, destiny. They have reached their end, and their evils have reached heavens above. So no extraterrestrial aliens. So now extraterrestrials, aliens, want to save them. 46. So now they all are living in fear. So they turn on each other to invade and take others, feminine, the women's seed, and pretend it's religious or political when it's DNA, chromosome, the mitochondrial DNA, mtDNA. That is the real reason for them fighting and killing each other today. The mother of nature, the female, the lady, the women. 47. And most of these whites and reds, Europeans and Arabs, don't have a clue of what is really the reason. They just put on a uniform, take orders, and fight and kill each other. 48. Both sides claim in the name of their religion or God. 49. Yet don't remember the origin of their religion, nor who really was their God. 50. All they know is some being they call supreme came down to earth. Genesis 1. 51. That he took dust of the earth and made a male they call Adam. Genesis 1, 26 to 27. Number 52. That he blew his breath into this man he shaped from mud, clay, loam, dust, and he began to breathe, came alive. 53. That he saw this man alone, so he cut him open, took out one rib bone, and from it made the very first woman. He named Kawa, or Eve, living one. 54. Then told them to have sex and make more of themselves. 55. Then a talking serpent, starting to talk with the woman, told her, don't trust that God, he lies. Told her to disobey her maker, and her God found out and punished them both. 56. That is the beginning of the Adamite race as found in their Bible and Quran, and they pretend to believe, call faith. 57. Those of them who hold their secrets only secreted to them in small amounts these days. 58. And now that TV, computer have exposed the truth, they live in total fear. Many are losing their minds. 59. And they see their religions being exposed by newly uncovered stone tablets thousands of them, that expose their Bible and Quranic stories on creation as fictional, and scrolls also found and exposed that many of their Bible and Quranic stories are just what kind of nature their sons of God have, tyrants who ate human flesh as cannibals, and ever more scrolls found that exposed that Jesus had a wife and children and did not die on the cross. 60. Finding out that all they believed over the past 4,000 years was wrong, only part taken from other cultures is sending them crazy. 61. And other races who had accepted and believed their made-up Bible and Quranic stories supported by many books they made up now are breaking away from them and returning to their own cultures the world over. 62. All of this, plus knowing the year 2000 AD marked the year 6000 Adam's calendar, their ending. 63. They fear the great and dreadful day of their overlord's return, which is your wu-nuwaupians of wu-nuwaup's redemption, your destiny. Truth is truth. And that completes the reading. With that, I'm gonna end update class. Thanks for coming out.